It's day 2 of our 300 nautical mile sail from Siargao to the typhoon safe zone of Samal here in the Philippines.
Getting our first light. It'll be sunrise soon.
And so far, the trip hasn't exactly been smooth sailing.
Belt is completely snapped.
Just shut it all down.
Our freaking fridge just made a big butt. Fridge won't turn on now. We're in and now. No turning back.
No radio, no nothing. It would have been a collision.
And while we anticipated weathering a few squalls on this passage, we had no idea just how toxic things were about to get.
Boy. Oh, fuck. It's the battery. It is 1 o'clock and I am hitting a wall. Hold my eyes open. It's just been one of those days where you just go through the whole sail suite, put it all away. The winds are sort of circling around because there's no wind predicted, so everything's just based on land or a storm. So right now we're motoring 1 electric, 1 engine on generate mode, just kind of beating. It's not uncomfortable, but some of the waves are pretty big. They're actually kind of fun. It's just sort of a non-stop roll. It's just lulling me to sleep. Nikki's in there working. I'm on watch. It looks like tonight, around 8 o'clock, we're gonna reach that southern tip. So hopefully we will beat that southerly wind that's coming up. It looks like it, according to Predict Wind. Of course, it's just a prediction. It's not a premonition. I won't hold my breath. Anything is possible. That's the beauty of sailing though, right? Like, we didn't know we were gonna be able to sail at all the past couple days, and we've sailed probably half of it. So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It doesn't take a lot of wind to move this boat. As long as you get wind in an okay direction and not too much swell. Oh, earlier it was just beautiful. It was like 7 knots of true wind. We had 9 knots of apparent, and the waves were just so big, everything was just going boom, 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 boom. And the one thing Doyle told us, they said, or maybe it was Eric from Morelli and Melvin? Melvin and Morelli? Oh, I'll put it on the screen. He said, every time your sail goes whap, just consider that $100. Because it only has so many whap, whap, whaps in it before it dies. We always think about that when you're in light air and sort of rolling bigger swell. Got to put the sails away quicker than we want to, but it's the right thing to do. Can't afford new sails within the first 2 years. No, this isn't a super yacht. I'm not on a super yacht budget. Oh man, but it is gorgeous. The mountains, the slight overcast, the temperature's not too bad. I can't wait to take a shower, come out in some fresh clothes, and eat some lunch, watch the sunset, enjoy this motor sail.
Golden days, drifting far away. Light is leaving town. Colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time. Darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time. We'll wait, so rest your head upon my shoulder.
I just took a nap. I feel so much better. Last night was just so eventful that neither one of us got a whole lot of sleep. So today was pretty lazy, which is okay. During the day, it's much easier to be lazy. It's just, you can see, just less eventful all the way around. There's only been a few boats, not that much going on. The wind has been just fluky but light. So no real drama today, because that always happens at night, right? Why during the day when you can see? And operate things so much better. But anyway, we are coming into the evening hours, and this should be our last 24 hours, assuming all goes well. So, fingers crossed, my friends. It's been good though. It's, you know, to finally get over the hump of at least doing an overnight versus just the day sails, because a boat at night is a completely different vessel, you know, and you notice other little quirks that you don't during the day, things you like or don't like. I think for me, at night is when I miss like a proper helm seat the most. During the day, there's so many different spots where you can keep watch and you move about, and lots of great little comfortable areas to sit and walk around and whatever. But at night, I feel like it's a little bit different. So I feel like you kind of have to be right here, which actually is me sitting on a step, not even on the helm seat, because the helm seat's just too low. I don't get good enough visibility. Or the inside nav desk, which is okay, but I prefer being outside as long as it's nice. Now, if it were crappy weather, I'll sit inside, thank you very much. You're supposed to be sleeping.
I'm putting on a book on tape.
You're putting on an audiobook.
An audiobook.
Oh, old man.
Yeah, I can drown out some of the noise, and it's just on low. Gets rid of the hum and the splashing, but I can still hear Nikki yelling at me to wake me up. Clearly, because she woke me up like 20 times last night.
Sorta did.
I'm glad you did. Trust me. That's our thing. We always interrupt each other. That's the known. You have to know your partner will wake you up.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yep.
Otherwise, you'll never sleep.
You know you can trust me.
I
I'll
can
wake
trust
you up
you.
over anything. Okay, I love you guys.
Love you too. Good night. Or see ya.
Normally, I do not drink coffee at night. I usually drink herbal teas and stuff like that, but I think this is going to be a unique case where it could be a pretty active night, and I think a cup of caffeine is quite all right. Plus, I just feel like a cup of coffee. Oh my gosh, look at the rain headed our way. Oh, that is a wall. It's gonna be an interesting night. We are coming around the tip of this island right now, and it says strong irregular currents on the chart. No. At least we have a moon. This makes it a little easier to see. A little less black. I don't see anything that tells me I need to wake Jason up. Yet. Fingers crossed it stays that way and it's all just very uneventful. So there is a 2.6 knot current that is coming at our side, and I can hear the rudders and feel the rudders working hard. All right, tightening my reefing lines. And fantastic. All right. Ooh, yeah, we've got 21 knots of wind now. Should we go ahead and take the third? Since we're here? Why not, right? If we're getting 21 knots of true wind, by the time I turn up, it's gonna be 30 something. Okay, so next one. I'm gonna let the main down a bit more. Just got all these storms and it is causing all sorts of wind and wave. Good?
The radar's showing another big squall headed our way, and I woke Jason up so that we could take a reef before the crazy hits.
All right, that's reef 1, 2, and now 3.
But the wind keeps building, so we keep reducing sail, especially because we are getting closer and closer to rounding the tip of the island and entering the bay.
Good. Main sheet back on. Ooh, lightning. Ugh, gonna go stand by. Go for it. That lightning is terrifying. Did you ever think that you would have such a problem as I can't make the boat go slow enough? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Speed over ground is about 5.5. Boat speed is 6.5. That's better, much better. I'm sure you could hear none of what I was saying, but we have got some very serious wind and current pushing us towards land. It's going to be an interesting night, but we had to go down to the third reef on the main, and we're using our self-tacking staysail just to try to slow the boat down as much as possible. I've got the regen on the props going because that also adds a little bit of drag. I never thought that needing to slow the boat down would be a thing, but we don't want to arrive too early. We're also in a bit of a...
Now in a bay.
Yeah, we're in a bay, so I don't know. All unknown. There could be obstacles which we aren't going to be able to see. It all feels a bit sketchy at the moment, but we'll find out how the night goes. Either way, we went through all 3 reefing points, and we haven't done that in one day in a long time.
We started sailing 8 years ago, and that is the same time we decided to take on this channel as a full-time business. It has been a wild ride, and no doubt there has been one tool that has been incredibly useful over this time, well, aside from our trusty iPad, and that is today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN, because they have helped keep us connected through thousands of ocean miles and dozens of countries. Because it's an app and web browser extension that allows us to change our IP address to virtually place ourselves anywhere in the world, which has allowed us to avoid geo restrictions in certain countries on YouTube.
Ecuador is blocking YouTube live chat.
Or unblock travel restrictions on streaming sites like Amazon. Or file government documents from just about anywhere. But it's so much more than just a VPN. They also have an ad blocker and built-in safety features that help protect us from phishing attempts, malware. And they have a new tool called Alternative ID that helps protect our personal information whenever we are signing up for online newsletters or services. And it has seriously been the most reliable app, and we use it on every single device that we own. And right now, if you go to surfshark.com/wins or scan the QR code on the screen, then Surfshark will give you 4 extra months for free. And if you're not sure if it's a good tool for you, no worries. They offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk to try it out. Just click the link down in the description box below or scan the code on the screen. See that fad. That is the kind of stuff we were dodging last night. Ooh. So stressful. Oh my, all the storms last night. There's been so much rain here, and there was an earthquake, I think further inland, and just monsoons and flooding. And you can tell by looking at the water, there is just so much stuff that has been washed down. There's trash and debris and everything floating everywhere. Huge logs. It is a lot to dodge. If this is what the sea looks like, I am a little terrified about what land looks like.
Running low on the borderlines, and you tell me that you're doing fine. Morning color lights up.
So much of it, you can't even dodge it. All the debris just comes in waves, and it's so wide you can't navigate around it. You're just in it, trying to dodge the really big stuff. But I've heard a couple of big bangs, so it'll be interesting to see what the bottom looks like after all this. Hopefully the props are okay.
So come with me, and I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
I have not been able to take my eyes off the water all morning. Between all the debris and all the boats, there at one point there was like a whole flock of them I counted at least 25 of them all around us. I'm so glad it is daylight hours right now. I would be so stressed out and no doubt would have hit something by this point. So I'm happy to be getting close and to be arriving today.
So last night, the engine on the port side started acting funny. I was gonna switch engines because this one's been running for quite a while. So I went back to neutral like normal, fired up this engine, and it went to 2200 RPM. And I thought, it feels like I've gone further with the throttle than normal, and I'm still at 2200, so I backed it off. I turned the hybrid off, went back just to regular engine, went throttle up, 2200, tried to go past, it wouldn't go past 2200, so I'm not sure what's limiting the RPMs, but I couldn't deal with it last night. Nikki was asleep. It was very late. I just thought I'll deal with it in the morning. So we're gonna try and figure out what's going on. Start with this down on the prop, see if there's anything wrapped around the shaft.
And we've also got this intense kind of burning exhaust fume smell happening right now, but it's from this exhaust vent over here because it's definitely coming out really strong there, but it is infiltrating the whole boat. So we've like got enough windows open, trying to create enough airflow to keep us from getting high or maybe carbon monoxide poisoning, I don't know. But we also were wondering if the two things are tied, but because it's on this side and that's the engine that's running, you know, you're not going, oh, like the exhaust out of here is the, so we don't know, lots to sort out.
Oh, boy. Oh, fuck. It's the battery.
Shit. Starboard side?
It's the port side.
Port side, yeah. Sorry, thank you. Shit. Whew. Well, looks like our problems just went from minimal everyday sailor problems to very severe. So we have a thermal runaway with our batteries. We did not know what that smell was because I have never had that problem, so therefore we didn't recognize it. I assumed it must have been exhaust or something was slightly wrong with the engine, yet we weren't having any, like the oil and the pressure and temperatures and all of that was all fine. So I was just like, I don't understand what's happening.
Now this could all get confusing fast, so here's a quick explainer. For those of you who might be new, we have parallel hybrid electric engines, which means we have 2 diesel engines and 2 electric motors. And you watch this video if you want to know more about how they're set up and how they work.
This to me looks just like a regular engine from about here-ish. Yeah, exactly.
Our electric motors are powered by our 48-volt lithium-ion house battery bank. And our diesel engines have 12-volt AGM start batteries. Plus, we have one 12-volt battery that lives in our tech space that we call a buffer battery, because it's a buffer between our 48-volt house and 12-volt systems. So all of our 12-volt batteries are connected. Now the problem is the starboard start battery has been overcharged.
You can see a lot of swelling on that battery.
Because it's connected to the port battery, it's also been overcharged.
This is the one that smells the worst. The engine was not on. You can see swelling there as well.
Which means both batteries are toast. But the buffer battery is fine.
This one looks okay, I think.
And the theory is, during the electrical work at the factory in Cebu, the breaker for the buffer battery was turned off, disconnecting it from the start batteries. Now, this could be the cause of the overcharging event, but silver lining here is that we have one safe 12-volt battery to work with.
So we've only got 5 knots of wind. I have got our sails up and we are cruising along at a whopping 1.2 knots and hoping we can get this sorted out safely.
I'm protecting myself in the only way that I know how, and that's to cover up completely. We've never dealt with thermal runaway before. Just don't know what's gonna happen. They could explode. I've read that fumes are toxic, so I have no idea what we've been breathing for the past
Couple hours.
Yeah, a few hours.
Whopping 1.7 knots of speed and a whole 4.3 knots of true wind, which is perfect for bobbing around and trying to sort out our problem. Still so much debris. Yikes.
Yeah, vent fan doesn't work without the battery.
Whew! Open that engine and it is toxic. So, very unsafe to be down there.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. HH was on the you know, on it. As soon as I called, boom, they're like, disconnect, turn this off, blah, blah, blah. Check this. I'll get back to you in 10 minutes with an action. At least they've been supportive.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Scary.
Yeah, very scary. Oh, man.
I think we might need a health checkup after this.
Yeah.
I don't.
Definitely gonna get some sort of meter. I have to Google it. Get some sort of meter that can read and warn us on fumes like that. Like now that I know that smell, I don't think I'll ever forget it. To me, it smelled like burning hairspray. Like something, I don't know. It smelled familiar, but not right.
I just thought it smelled like toxic exhaust. Like something was wrong with the engine. I just knew it smelled kind of chemically and not good. But I just assumed it was coming from the exhaust because, again, I went down there and I opened the engine compartment. I was like, everything looks normal, but I wasn't.
It smelled fine in the engine room.
That's what was so.
The vent, because the ventilation was working.
Because the engine was on.
Yeah.
So it was venting out the fumes. Yeah, because I was like, I went down there, like I opened, I looked. That's why I didn't wake you up because I was like, but everything looks fine and all the readings are fine. Like, so I don't get why this smells bad. I thought maybe we got bad fuel. Like, we have the KTI system, so our fuel shouldn't be bad, but I don't know. But yeah, clearly, you know what that is now? Yeah, I don't. It could be from the fumes. I don't know. But like, I've broken out in a hive. I'm stressed. I'm not that stressed. We've had this kind of stress before. Not the same exact stress, but I don't know if I got bit by something or what it is, but it doesn't really itch. It's just a very angry hive. So I don't know. Maybe we're both high and this is all just a dream and the boat has already exploded and this is some sort of purgatory. I don't know.
God. All right, we put the staysail away. We turn head to wind. We are slowed down most of the way. I'm tied on in case we don't have propulsion, so I can't get lost. It's not an option.
Yep. You cannot get separated from the boat.
Okay, that's why we're not filming. Okay, here we go.
Good luck.
Do you want to hand me the camera? I can get it.
No, you get the job done. Turn the camera on and say, by not filming, he means he's not filming because he was going to take the action camera down there with him and get him. And I'm like, no, this is not the time to be concerned about the shot. Like, let's get the job done. We need to be prepared in case we can get propulsion. And if not, then we need to get a tow. Like, we got stuff to figure out. Stay focused. What is it?
Okay, clear. Both are good.
Okay. What were you saying? Stay away.
There's two really big roboras.
Oh.
Sometimes they get really close because they're curious. I always have a fear of a remora trying to attach to me. They just get so curious and they're like this close.
Okay.
Okay.
Get yourself secured. Ugh, stinking plastic, man.
Yeah.
All right, sails are back out and we have 6.5 knots of true wind now and we are going 3.4 knots. Sad thing is we're only like 14 nautical miles or so from the marina that we were headed to. So we're so close, but we are not there yet. Yeah, I still don't know what we're gonna do yet, but at least we're sort of making progress. Not directly there because it's a sailboat. You don't always get to go direct en route, but we are tacking. So we've got control of our vessel and that's the most important thing. Don't linger in there.
Just shooting temperatures.
What are they?
They've been disconnected and they're at 71 Celsius. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'll put it on the screen. And the one in the tech space, the good news is it's totally fine. It doesn't feel hot. It's normal temperature. It doesn't smell. It doesn't sound weird. It's not swelling. So at least that one seems to be okay.
Right now, we are fully dependent on sailing because without the start batteries, we can't start the diesel engines. And we can't use our electric motors because our throttles need those same start batteries to operate. So sadly, no start battery, no motoring, period.
And stop.
That should help get us some more speed. We need it. We're so close.
7 knots of wind, 5 knots of speed.
That's all we need is more than 6. More than 6 and we can sail.
That's more than 6 true wind.
Yes.
Boat speed. This is our speed over ground, so we got a current against us. Oh, we're so close. We're just going right here.
Man, still dodging heaps of stuff. Now we gonna be okay?
You got a couple clicks.
Okay. Massive bugs flying everywhere. So scary. Jason is troubleshooting with the team at HH, and they are all hands on deck trying to help us sort out this situation. It sounds like they're making some pretty good progress. Battery temperatures are coming down, obviously still not usable, but we're gonna figure all that out. We also alerted Kent. Everybody remembers Kent from Just Catamarans, our original mentor and friend. You always want to tell like an emergency contact. You know, if we were in the US, you call the US Coast Guard. We could call the Coast Guard here, but until we feel like we have an actual situation on our hands, because for now we've got command of our vessel. We've got a bunch of very qualified people helping us out. I am keeping us under sail, but just barely. I've got control of the vessel, and as long as that is the case, there is no panic. Now, if it drops down completely and we have zero, that will become a thing, because we are also in, 500 to 800 meters of water. No dropping a hook in that. It's sort of that typical Filipino coastline where it is just a sheer drop off and then shallow water. So we're not near anywhere that we could really anchor right now. And we're still so close to the marina. The idea is get ourselves up and going with some form of propulsion. We sail as close as we can, and then we just use the propulsion for the tail end. So, fingers crossed, everybody. We're staying positive by preparing ourselves for the marina. So we've got our pump out and our inflatable fenders. So you look at that, all fits in one nice, neat little pile. It's going to become quite the thing here in a minute. How about you? How's it going?
Got clothes everywhere, I got tools everywhere, I got cameras everywhere, so I'm using this time to prepare. I might need to swap, because we have a buffer battery that we can pull out and put onto one of the other engine batteries.
Thank goodness for the buffer battery.
Yeah, so we'll see if they approve that, and then at least we'll have guaranteed propulsion for some period of time. We're trying to save our electric. We're not making lunch or anything like that, or breakfast, and just trying to minimize our electric use in case we have to run the electric motors for a longer period of time. We're just staying positive. That's all we can do. We got help.
Preparing for all scenarios.
We can do it.
That's
We've
right.
done way crazier things.
Have we? Sort of. Is it still sizzling or smoking or anything?
No, it smells better, and I don't hear it bubbling. All right, so we're gonna remove this battery.
Yeah, that is swollen.
Okay, it's out of the way.
Attached to the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, why not?
Safety first.
It's the only area that is accessible. Okay, the next one. Batteries are disconnected. There shouldn't be any power to them.
But still.
But still, it's good to be cautious. I checked with a voltimeter and it's A-okay.
At least you have all the proper tools and they're made for electrical use.
Yeah.
Very important tools. 2.6 knots of true wind. 3.5 of apparent. Boat speed 1.2. Still moving. Good luck. Yeah.
Didn't wear my gloves, damn it.
So much for your safety protocol.
Yeah. Oh, it's warm.
No, it's just all the chemicals you're breathing in.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Ooh. Wow. Question is, where are we going to put that? Just in case.
Removing our buffer battery. This battery is still in good shape. No swelling, no smelling. So it took me 1 minute to disconnect the battery and 10 minutes to get off the stupid battery straps. I hate battery straps. I don't understand them. I don't understand how they work. I don't understand how to tighten them down and then how to loosen them. It's just like, oh my god, I feel like I have to be an engineer. I've always hated battery straps. They are the stupidest straps in the world. Anyway, after that rant,
Yeah, I was going to say, don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel.
man, whoa, AGM batteries are so heavy. Woo!
Great success. Well done.
Aye. Okay, we are out of wind, so I gotta get this engine going.
We are officially becalmed. We got nothing. Absolutely not a breath of wind. It's hot. It's sweaty. But if this all goes well, we're gonna make it.
Here we go.
Just start?
Try to start just the one.
Okay.
Port side.
Do you hear that rumble? Oh, I never thought I'd be so happy to hear the noise of an engine. It's usually my favorite thing to turn off. So I'm just so grateful that it happened at a time where it was sort of okay. Like, we're in this bay, but we were able to work it all out and sort of float about. It could have been there could have happened so many other times, and this would have been really a bad situation. But we were able to kind of, we're not done yet, but yeah. It could be worse. Everything could be so much worse. With the one buffer battery in place on the port engine, it allowed us to start the engine and give power to the throttles. Now, of course, we want to be cautious here, so we are monitoring the battery temperature and amperage closely. And the goal is to use our one working diesel to get close to the marina, shut the diesel down, and use the electric motors the rest of the way. Because our electric motors are amazing, but our range is limited by our house battery bank, which isn't full, and with our current state of charge will only give us about an hour. So we need the diesel engine to help us fill the gap.
All clear? Last one. We are prepared. Dock line's out, fenders blown up. We tested the electric motor so we can run it on the starboard side. We got the marina team waiting for us. We might have to pay them overtime because we're gonna be late, but we're gonna get there.
Happily pay them overtime to help us out. And hey, look at those fenders. They're beautiful.
Beautiful.
Best looking fenders I ever did see.
They also have this really cool thing on the bottom. So if you're gonna string them out and it's gonna be heavier winds, you're gonna leave the dock for a long time, you run a rope through the bottom of all of them so it keeps them from moving. So they're all together in one.
I didn't know that.
I saw it in the photo.
Oh, yeah. Cool. So smart.
Yeah, cause I was like, oh, when it's windy, what are you gonna do? You're gonna like fill it with water or put some rocks in it or something? But no, you tie them together. Pretty cool.
They already thought of that.
On your legs that hold the chair you never see until they disappear, and you fall to the ground. I'm the cold that shields the rain, to keep you dry, you never will complain. You don't need me in the sun, and I can't feel that way, building every day. But I will stay where you need me. And though my heart made my foundation shake, but I won't change till you tell me.
Okay. Thank goodness for electric motors. Saving our tails in this instant. How am I looking? Okay. It says 5, 4.8, 4, 3, 7, 3, 2, 9. Start, turn.
Trying to enter a narrow marina and make tight 90-degree turns with only one working engine would be exceptionally difficult, which is why I am so happy to have our electric motors to save the day.
Just tell me
when I need to stop or if I need to reverse.
That. This is a first. Never used this thing, but you better believe we're getting some AC tonight. Yeah. Well, my friends, we made it. Oh my goodness. What a passage that turned out to be. We're down a fridge. Definitely got a funky battery issue going on, but thank goodness we have more than one mode of propulsion on this boat, because otherwise that would have been it. We would have been down our diesels, you know, and of course the whole what's the backup battery, Jason? The buffer battery. Thank goodness we had the buffer battery, and thank goodness we had the electric engines to get us in here. What an entrance, what a day. I am wiped would be an understatement. I'm so tired. It was just crazy night, crazy day, but we are here and we will get it all sorted. This is a good, stable place to do that. Out, yes! Holy crap, I forgot all about that. There's been so many other distractions. Yes, we are officially out of the typhoon zone. That was the whole point of coming down here. So that's it. We have made it, ladies and gentlemen. We can lick our wounds and prepare ourselves for the next leg of the journey. But for now, I'm gonna go eat some food, take a shower, and go to sleep. So I'll see you later.